Hi there, Janet Fritz here for Galaxy Girl Creations. Welcome to my channel and welcome to another day of Kit Conspiracy. I have a kind of a bonus layout. We have committed to posting Fridays, Sundays, and Tuesdays for this round, and we'll do a leftover video on Wednesdays and then a new kit share on Thursdays. So Saturday we didn't really count that we would have a video Saturdays and Mondays, but in a lot of cases I probably will because I usually do more than just 3 layouts with a kit. So this is an extra. And this is actually the very first layout I did with this collection. This is my husband and myself on Christmas morning. The bottom photo has my son and his girlfriend in the photo, as well as the dogs. And last year was kind of a weird year. It's the first year that we haven't had our entire family together, like with my parents and my brother and his side of the family and all of that. So Christmas morning was just the 4 of us with our dogs, and it was at our house rather than at my mom's house. So the setup as a whole is different. There's not a big prevailing red wall, so I didn't feel like I had to use quite as much red in my to offset the wall. Well, I wasn't bound by red because there isn't a big red wall. Let's say that. So, yeah, I, it, normally I get tired of doing Christmas photos because there's so much red and green, and this time I don't feel like there's quite so much because of that. Anyway, it's Christmas morning and we are getting ready to open our stockings, as you can see there, and we're doing our gift exchange. It was kind of a weird year, as I mentioned, so we did that in the morning, and then in the afternoon I worked on packing at my mom's house because we were leaving the next morning to drive to Idaho with a trailer load of stuff. So yeah, it was very different than we normally have had. And who knows what this year will bring. Yeah, it should be interesting. So I took that paper that has the music notes on it, and I gutted it. Well, I cut the 2 edges off and I kept the centerpiece because I wanted more of that green, and I really liked the 2 edges with the mixed media kind of a look to it with the text on it. And so I'm going with a diagonal across to kind of bring the text that's in the upper left and the text that's in the lower right more towards the, or to kind of play off of that rather than to kind of fight with it, and just embrace that. And I really like that. It's also got some tan in those areas, so I brought in the corrugated paper, which I think is giving it a great texture and giving some depth of color. If you watched my video yesterday, you might remember me saying that I felt like there wasn't a lot of depth of color or contrasting colors in this particular collection. So I'm kind of trying to work with that by bringing in some other things. Now, technically, we can bring in other scraps. We're not really supposed to be bringing in full sheets of paper. I don't feel like a corrugated piece is going against the rules because it's more like an embellishment than a paper. I'm not really using it as a full sheet or anything. And we do allow ourselves to bring in some solid cardstock because our kits don't really have solid cardstock in it. And so I'm bringing in the black cardstock to just be a framework for the whole layout. Since I cut that bottom piece of paper, I had to have something to mount everything onto. So I chose black, even though my photos are on white, and I'm liking the way that it looks so far. I am inking everything with a little bit of walnut stain on this one because I've already got some browns in that background. I feel like that's a good choice, and it's going to help that corrugated paper have a little bit of a pop. I am not typically a doily person, you guys. I don't use doilies on a lot of layouts unless they're food related layouts. They're not like a huge thing in my stash. I don't have a ton of them, but I felt like this layout could use a doily just to kind of soften everything up, especially with kind of the harsher corrugated paper, which has more of an industrial kind of feel to it or something like that. So I'm bringing in the doilies as kind of a landing spot for my embellishment clusters. And there's not a lot of it that shows, but I just like that little scalloped edge peeking out. And then I am going to cut into this sheet of labels. And I am going to use the one that says home for the holidays, which I never get to use because we are never usually home for the holidays. We are usually at my mom's house, which is next door, granted. I mean, it's not like it's that far or anything like that, but we are actually at our house, and that's not something that's normal. And then I use the one that says all together because while our entire family is not all together, the four of us are all together, and um, at this point in time, my son and his girlfriend were still living with us, so our entire household was all together. So yeah, I'm using that. And then I used this little sugar cookie, and I thought about using that red candy cane, but I think I'm going to end up using the green one in that upper cluster. I really like the snowman with the squirrel, so I'm going to go ahead and use that, bringing in a little bit more brown, and I just think he's super cute. And it turns out that even though in my video when I shared this collection, I said you could do a whole bunch with it that are not Christmas related, I ended up using it for all Christmas, which is impressive since Christmas is one of my least favorite things to document. Not because I don't love Christmas or I don't, love the holiday or anything. I think it's because I have always felt like I was very, um, I really needed to use red because there was a lot of prevailing red in the photos. Now this set does have red, but it's not as much. So if you can believe that. So I feel like I can mix it up and it's kind of freeing and I really like it. So that's what I'm doing. I am adding a couple of labels here just to have a little spot to put a little bit of journaling. I am going to also add in black thickers the year 2023 underneath where it says home for the holidays. So it will read home for the holidays 2023. And geez, I thought I was going to add a label there, but maybe I don't. I don't know. You'll see it in the close-ups here in just a few moments. Don't forget to go and check out what MK is doing for her Kit Conspiracy layout today. I can't wait to see what she is doing with this collection. I know she always has fantastic ideas, and I'm really curious to see what she puts together because I'm always floored by it. So go and check out her channel. The link is down below. Thank you so much for watching. If you have questions or comments, you can leave them down below. Don't forget we have a Facebook group for Kit Conspiracy you can go join where you can either play along with a kit you've made yourself, or if you happen to have this kit or have purchased it from MK, you can join us. Thanks for watching. I'll see you soon. Bye-bye.